Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Who wants to do Mangalacharan today? Yes, Manhar.
I'll have kind of trouble doing it. I can kind
That's
of do
okay.
it.
I'll help you. Please try.
Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya.
Sorry to interrupt. You should always join your hands, not like this or like this. Join your hands and then say yes.
Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Takshurunamitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Nena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shriyotapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Ragna Raghunatamritam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Ladita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikanta Kakanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrineshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Pancha Kalpata Rubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Manemacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जीवन नित्य जाना सारता है नाना विपद विवादा नाम श्री कर यत्ने तुम्ही ताक आपन काजित श्री मंगलाचरण की जय. Hari bol Manhar, you did it very well. Thank you so much. Okay, kids. So today, what are we going to do? How many Goswamis have we learned till now? How many?
Five.
Which
Five Goswamis.
and which Goswami is left to be done?
One Goswami. Jiva Goswami.
Hari bol, Jeev Goswami. Yes, you're absolutely right. And okay, who remembers about Jeev Goswami? Who was Jeev Goswami? Does anybody remember?
The grandson of brother of Raghunath Bhatt Goswami.
No.
Was he the of Sanatan Goswami or Rupa Goswami?
No, he was not the grandson, he was the nephew of them.
Yes, nephew.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, let me start the screen sharing.
I didn't take my papers. Papa, excuse me, Mataji. Where can I draw? Excuse me,
Sorry.
Mataji. We are in India, so I can leave any time. Because it's our sleeping time.
Yes, sorry. Okay, I will just start it. Just give me 1 minute, please.
Actually, this is my first class.
I think she's not able to hear right now.
It's my first. I cannot hear you.
Hari bol, now it's audible?
Yeah, actually, I got like. So this is my first class.
That's okay. So we are learning about the Shad Goswamis. Okay, what is the meaning of Goswami? Who will tell?
I don't know.
Who controls his senses?
Yes.
Who's the master of the senses?
Yes, Hari bol, very good.
One who controls his senses.
What is
Perfect.
this? So how this is
Or
coming?
the master of their senses.
Yes. Okay, so let's start. Srila Jeev Goswami. Can everybody please keep their mics on mute until and unless I ask you to unmute yourselves, please? Thank you very much.
Maternal uncle.
Yes, okay. So Srila Jeev Goswami was born in the year. Can you please mute yourself, kids, please? Else we will not be able to hear properly what I say. Okay. Sri Jeev Goswami was born in the year 1513. His guru was Rup Goswami, who was supposed to be his paternal uncle. What is the meaning of paternal uncle? Your father's brother is known as paternal uncle. He belonged to a devotee family and had a very comfortable life. And he was the only child of his parents. What was Srila Jeev Goswami's father's name? Does anybody remember? You can write in the chat box or you can raise your hand. Does anybody remember the father's name of Jeev Goswami? Okay, I will tell. The father's name of Jeev Goswami was Anupam. Okay. The house was illuminated by the effulgence of the child's golden complexion. Yes, Mihika, you're right, Anupam. The house was illuminated by the effulgence of the child's golden complexion. His eyes were like the expanded petals of the lotus. Every part of his body was graced with a lustrous radiant splendor. When Sri Gaur Sundara came to Ramakeli, who's Gaur Sundara? Who can tell me who's Gaur Sundara? Yes, Manhar, please unmute yourself and tell.
He's Krishna.
Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Manhar, can I do a small request to you, please? You know, while when you're attending any class, whether it's your academic class or your spiritual class, you should never sit like this. Even when you are at home, sitting like this is not good. Always sit like this with your hands crossed. That looks nice, okay? And that's a very obedient way of sitting. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so his eyes were like the expand. Okay, we did this. When Sri Gaur Sundara came to Ramkheli, Sri Jeev was blessed by having the darshan of his worshipable Lord. Though he was just a baby at that time, he was very small when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited him. Yes, Mihika, you're right. Thank you. Placing the dust of his lotus feet on the child's head, Mahaprabhu indicated him to be the future sovereign perspective of the Gaudiya Sampradaya. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had seen Sri Jeev Goswami, he had recognized him as the future sovereign preceptor. Sri Jeev Goswami took up the worship of Sri Ramakrishna deities, carefully decorating them, offering bhog and aarti, and he served them very attentively. So Sri Jeev Goswami used to worship Sri Ramakrishna deities, and he used to carefully decorate them, do shringar, offer bhog, and do aarti, and he served them very attentively with all his heart. Even when playing, Jiva's games were often connected with Lord Krishna's pastimes. Okay, who all can tell me what all games can you play with Krishna's pastimes or related to Krishna? Yes, Mahi, please tell me. What Krishna games do you play? Do you all play?
Actually, I do a lot. I don't play Krishna's game actually because I just have like a Sam mobile because my mom actually works on that and I online a different game and I don't see a Krishna game in it.
No, but it's not necessary you have to play on the mobile. You can play normal Krishna games with your friends, with your family.
Actually, I don't have Krishna games. I don't have Krishna game, Mama.
That's what I'm asking.
I also don't buy. I just have different games.
I'm not saying you to buy Krishna games. You all can make Krishna games. You all can enact Krishna pastimes, and you know
How?
I'll tell you that. But first, I'm asking everybody what all Krishna games can you all think of, and then I will tell you the games. Yes, Anay.
Mataji, like for Krishna games, we could write God names, and
That's my favorite one.
we could write God names and put them in different order, and then we could find out that if that's the name of that God.
Hari Bol, very nice. Yes, Manhar, please unmute.
You can play catch try like Krishna did when the ball went into Yamuna.
Yes. Mihika, please unmute and tell me.
So if you are online, you could play, like, this is a game, Little Krishna. So you could play this game by catching no, or like you could play this game, like you could play like how many avatars can you remember?
Hari Bol, very good. We can have a good question answer round with your friends. Yes, Nakshatra. We have to be quick, okay? I want answer from everybody so that I'll be quick also.
What Krishna movie?
Yes.
I watched
We all
the movie.
pass
I
that
played
time.
I played it blindfold with my family.
Yes.
You know, I like Krishna's also. I like Krishna. I like
Yeah.
all gods. I like Krishna too.
Okay.
I like all the
Yes,
gods.
Devuti, please unmute yourself and tell me what Krishna games do you play?
I play a game. I act one lot. Then my mother or my sister just tell me which god I have act. And I wish, and one god can be in my house to live.
Okay. Yes.
I want one god to live
Yes.
in my house.
Yes,
I
Ananya.
wish.
Oh, yes. Yes, Ananya, please unmute yourself and tell me what Krishna game do you like to play?
So what you can do is on a very small sheet of paper, you can just write all the god names and put them in the bowls, and then like whoever is playing will choose one of them, and then whoever picks whatever he will have to act it out.
Hari Bol, very nicely explained. Thank you so much, Ananya. Yes, Vishwa, please unmute yourself and tell me. Can others please lower their hands that I can see everybody who has raised their hand and everybody can get a chance? Yes, Vishwa.
We can write the pastimes of Krishna in the sheet of paper and put it in a bowl, and we can, and whosoever picks up whichever paper we have to speak about it.
Hari Bol, yes. Okay, yes, Gopal, I'll give you a chance quickly and then we'll start with the slides again.
Then what I'm saying, I want to say, like, we could play like the Krishna board game, like
Yes, there are Krishna board games also available.
because you have a dice, and then you get how many numbers, and then you can move any number like 6, and then
I think there's some internet connection my side. I'm not able to hear all of you very properly today. I'm so sorry for that. I don't know, the voice is breaking a lot today. I think everybody has got a chance.
Yes. When we when mom said to do the alphabet writing, and we're not doing the alphabet writing.
Okay, so in the last class, when we have the last class, we'll all play a nice Krishna game, okay? Okay, now mute everyone. Let's start the slides again. So we learned a lot of Krishna games which could be played. So instead of wasting time on playing normal board games, watching cartoons and all, we can watch Krishna movies, we can watch Krishna Leelas, we can play Krishna games, okay? Okay, let's start. Sri Jeev Goswami studied under the local Pandits, became proficient in grammar, poetry and rhetoric. Watching the expressions of his great intellect, his teachers predicted that he would be a very saintly person. Later in his life, he composed a grammar in Sanskrit for the pleasure of Lord. This composition described the rules of grammar, which was explained with examples that used the holy names of the Lord. Known as Harinamrita Vyakarana, this grammar is still current and is prescribed in the syllabus of schools of Bengal. So he made a book in Sanskrit which explained the grammar of Sanskrit. Being the only son of his family in the absence of his father, Jeev Goswami was responsible for the care of his mother. So he was a very responsible child when his father was not there. Still, he used to take care of his mother himself. When he learned that his father had left his body on the banks of Ganga, Shri Jeev Goswami became extremely saddened. Whenever Shri Jeev Goswami would remember his father and uncles or the lotus feet of Shri Gaur Hari, he would lose consciousness and fall on the ground. Someone suggested Jeev to go to Navdeep. What is Navdeep? Who knows that? Yes, Manhar?
Where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
Manhar, can you please type the answer? I think there's some internet connection my side and I'm not able to hear you all. I'm so sorry. Can you please write the answer in the chat box? Would that be fine? I'm not able to hear. Maybe there's some internet problem. Okay, where he appeared, river. So yes, Nadeep is 9 islands. Nav means 9 and Dweep means islands. So these are the 9 islands which are in Mayapur. And all the 9 islands have their own stories, which one of the stories is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered the Mahamantra. Nadeep and bathe him. Someone suggested Jeev to go to Nadeep and bathe himself in the coolness emanating from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu so that his mind and body, burning with grief, could be refreshed. Thus, Sri Jeev set out for Navdeep with a group of pilgrims. Nityanand Prabhu, the omnipotent Lord, could understand that Sri Jeev Goswami was on his way to Navdeep. Therefore, he also left there from Khardra. After a few days, Jeev arrived at Navdeep. Seeing the beauty of that place, he was charmed. Falling down on the ground, he offered Dandvat to Mother Ganga. Yes, Mihika, very well explained. Nav means river, Dweep means island. Nav doesn't mean river, Nav means 9. Dweep means island, so Navdeep is the 9 islands of Mayapur. Hari Bol, very well explained, Mihika. Seeing the beauty of the place, he was charmed. Falling down on the ground, he offered Dandvat to Mother Ganga. Inquiring from the villagers the directions of Mayapur, he learned that Nityanand Prabhu was residing at Srivasa Pandit's house. At last, arriving there, he fell down at the door to offer his Dandvats. Nityanand Prabhu came out with Srivas Pandit and picked him up and embracing him and asked, "Are you the nephew of Sri Rup and Sri Sanatan?" As an answer, Jeev again fell down on the ground at the lotus feet of Nityanand Prabhu. This time, Nityanand Prabhu brought him in the house and began to inquire after the welfare of his family at Fattebad. The next day, the two of them came to Sachi Mata's house. Who was Sachi Mata? Who can tell me? Yes, Manhar, but I want somebody else to also to answer. Wait, let me ask. Okay, Ane, tell me.
Yes, Mataji.
Who's Sachi Mata?
Sachi Mata. I don't know. And the hand was I forgot to put the hand down.
That's okay. Yes, yes, Gopal. Who's Sachi Mata?
Teacher forgot him. Sachi Mata is Chaitanya's mom.
Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother. So also she's indirectly yes, Mahi. Mahi, unmute yourself, please. Tell me.
I'm kind of cold. I'm feeling cold.
Okay, so please wear a jacket or something if you're feeling cold.
I know. I'm like not feeling cold, not real cold. Like I'm having like a fever cold.
Oh, please take care of yourself. Take some medicine. Yes, Manha, this was the
At
answer.
night I
wanted.
took medicine. At night I took medicine.
Okay, please take care of yourself. Yes, Shri Yashoda Maiya. Seeing the birthplace of Shri Gaur Sundara, which was filled with such splendor, Shri Jeev Goswami was greatly pacified and fell down on the ground to roll in the dust. Forgotten herself in the remembrance of Shri Gaur Sundara, so Sashi Mata, when they had come, she was sad in the grief in the separation of Shri Gaur Sundara. She was sitting with her eyes closed, becoming aware that Nityanand Prabhu had arrived. She covered her head with her sari and called her servant, Ishan. Shri Prada has arrived. Please wash his feet. So, earlier, when some guru or some saint used to visit the houses of anybody, they used to wash their feet. So that's why Shashi Mata ordered her servant Ishan to get water and wash his feet. Shashi Mata placed her hand on his head to bless him, and Jeev Goswami floated in the ocean of happiness. Shashi Mata then requested the two of them to honor the Lord's prasad. Take prasad here at your mother's house today, my child. I offered these preparations in secret to Sri Gaurachandra. Shri Jeev Goswami then spent some days with Nityanand Mahaprabhu touring the 9 islands of Navdeepa in order to have darshan of the holy places of the Lord's pastime there. Then, as ordered by Nityanand Prabhu, he set out for Kashi, that is Varanasi. At Kashi, he studied Vedanta under Sri Madhusudan Vashyapati and disciple of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. The conclusions of Vedanta contained in Srimad Bhagavatam that were expounded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Bhattacharya in Puri had been in turn taught by Bhattacharya to Madhusudan Vashyapati, who established a stall in Kashi. Shri Jeev later travelled to Vrindavan, where he joined the company of his two uncles, Shri Rup and Shri Sanatan Goswami. Shri Jeev Goswami stayed with Shri Rup Goswami, who taught him Srimad Bhagavatam and gave him the mantra initiation. So, whenever we want to learn something, we have to come under we have to become a disciple. We need a guru to learn always, right? So, Shri Rup Goswami was the guru of Shri Jeev Goswami. According to Sadhana Dipika, this deity of Damodar was fashioned by Rup Goswami's own hand for his disciple Shri Jeev Goswami. Shri Radha Damodar are presently being worshipped in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Seeing that Jeev Goswami had quickly become a conservant with the conclusion of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Rup engaged him in proofreading his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. At this time, Shri Jeev compiled a commentary on the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu called the Durgamay Sangamini. In the year 1476, Shri Sanatan Goswami compiled Shri Vaishnava Dashani, a commentary on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which he gave to Shri Jeev Goswami for proofreading. Under the order of Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Jeev Goswami compiled a commentary on that named Laghu Vaishnava Dashani in the year 1500. His writings, along with those of Shri Rup and Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Gopal Bhatt, Shri Raghunath Bhatt, Shri Raghunath Das, Shri Krishna Das, Shri Kashishwar Pandit, Shri Madhu Pandit completely captivated the learned men of that time. It was the beginning of a golden age at Shri Rajdhama. Shri Jeev Goswami regularly bought water for Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Sanatan Goswami's bath. He massaged their heads with oil, cleansed their ashram, worshipped the deities, cooked and corrected the manuscripts. So, when you do work of a guru, when you work for your elders or maybe your guru, you always get blessings and the mercy of Lord Krishna. After the disappearance of Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Jeev Goswami continued the tradition that they had inaugurated. Once Shri Jeev Goswami travelled to Agra to debate with the Rajputs concerning the glories of Yamuna and Ganga rivers. He established the Yamuna is more glorious than the Ganga, as the Ganga emanates from the Krishna's lotus feet, whereas Yamuna in his concert. At this time, the Mughal emperor was very much satisfied and wanted to present him something. Shri Jeev replied he would accept some blank papers. So, whenever somebody wants to gift us, We should always have a Krishna consciousness in mind and think what, first of all, we should not accept gifts, right? Krishna has given us already so much that we should not be accepting gifts. But in case we have to accept gifts, let's accept gifts which are related to Krishna consciousness. Whenever you have to give something to your friends also, always give something related to Krishna consciousness. So the emperor presented Jeev some stained paper because at that time paper was very rare. And you know how were the manuscripts written? They were composed on leaves. There were no proper papers at that time. There is also a legend that once, when a Mughal emperor, possibly Akbar, wanted to confer something on the Goswamis of Vrindavan, they requested a farmer that no living being should be killed within Braj. As a result of this, no king would come to hunt there anymore. The disciple of Lokanath Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur Mahashaya, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami's disciple, Srinivasa Acharya Prabhu, and the disciple of Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu, Sri Shyamnanda Prabhu, were greatly favored by Sri Jeev Goswami. Later, he sent them to preach his knowledge in Bengal. Within the compound of Sri Radha Damodar Kunj, Vrindavan are the Samadhis of Sri Jeev Goswami. His disappearance was in 1540, the third day of the bright fortnight. Just give me 1 second, please. He was the Vilas Manjari in the Krishna Leela. Yes?
I have a question.
Amika, can I answer your question once? Let us complete the slide because we'll run short of time then.
Mm.
I'll answer your question once we are done. Is that okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Hari Bol. Okay, so now we learn about, so that was about Sri Jeev Goswami. Now we have to, okay. So who can tell me what were we doing in the last class? There was one more thing which we learned in the last class. Apart from Goswamis, we were doing the ghats, right? The famous ghats of Vrindavan. What is the meaning of ghat? Ghat are the, yes, Gopal.
That means it's close to the water banks.
Yes, a series of steps which lead to a bank of a river.
And then Kaya, Mataji, you know my favorite.
Okay, so we'll take questions after a while. Can we please first focus on the slide? Okay. So there are 4 famous ghats of Vrindavan. In the last class, we learned about Chir Ghat, Kalia Ghat, and today we are going to learn about Keshi Ghat. So you know what is Keshi Ghat? Keshi Ghat is located on the east of Chir Ghat on the banks of Yamuna River. Okay. This is the most beautiful ghat, and on the backdrop of the Keshi Ghat is the Madan Mohan temple. Okay. And then anyone who touches, sees, drinks, smells, or even takes bath in the Keshi Ghat becomes purified. What is the story of Keshi Demon? Does anybody know? Okay, Keshi Demon was a horse demon. So when this demon, he wanted to kill Krishna, right? He could fly. He was a flying horse. Oh, I'll just show you the photo. I do not have I have the picture. Just give me 1 second. I forgot to stick the picture. I'm sorry. He was a demon in the shape of a horse, a flying horse. Can you all see? Yes, so he was like this. He was a flying horse. Okay. So what happened when, how did this horse come to kill Krishna? So he came to Krishna and he wanted to catch Krishna with his soft legs. So Krishna just catched his legs and threw him in the air. Give me 1 second. Yes. So Krishna threw him in the air again. Then again he came and he wanted to gallop Krishna in his mouth. So Krishna put his hand inside the mouth and pressed his throat. and he choked his throat, and then he expanded his hand. He expanded it so much that his whole body exploded like a melon, and then he died. And then this thing, when he died, it fell into the river, Keshi Ghat river. Okay. So now Keshi Demon represents the unearth of the pride in one's own devotional practices and achievements. Keshi also represents the sense of vanity and ego. Keshi was a horse. Horses are controlled by pulling their mouths with ropes. So Krishna put his hand right in the mouth of Keshi and controlled him. Proud people often boast about themselves with their own mouth and criticize others. So one should curtail these demonic tendencies by restricting one's tongue from engaging in prajalpa, that is unnecessary gossip, and by chanting the holy names of Krishna. So we should never do, unnecessary boasting about ourselves. I'm good at this, I'm good at that. No, we should only chant Krishna names and talk about Krishna. So you all remember last time we were doing the prayers also with the ghats. So let's join our hands and imagine that we all are standing at the Keshi Ghat. Okay, let's do the prayer. First, I will say the prayer and then I'll give a chance to somebody who can say the prayer and we all will listen. Okay? So everybody, can you please close your eyes, join your hands and just listen to the prayer I'm saying. Therefore, the prayer that one should offer at Keshi Ghat is to become blessed by Krishna, so as to able to render more and more devotional services in the humble mood of becoming the servants, becoming the servants or become blessed by Krishna, so as to be able to render more and more devotional services in the humble mood of being the servant of Krishna's servants, without becoming unnecessarily proud of one's devotional practices and achievements. Okay, so I'll give a chance to Ananya today. Ananya, can you please unmute yourself? And if you could turn on your camera if it's working.
Okay. So, ready?
So yes, I mean, all join our hands and now can you see the prayer? Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll request you to please see the prayer and now we'll all join our hands and close our eyes.
Therefore, the prayer that one should offer at Keshi Ghat is to become blessed by Krishna, so as to be able to render more and more devotional service in the humble mood of being the servant of Krishna's servants, without becoming unnecessarily proud of one's devotional practices and achievements.
Hari Bol, thank you so much, Ananya.
Mataji, are we going to do the Imli Tala
Sorry?
on the 21st slide you showed also Imli Tala? Are we going to do that one?
Amika, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. I don't know why I can't hear your voices today. Would you mind typing in the chat box, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, tell me.
Are we going to do the Imli Tala?
That I'll tell you in the next class. Today we are taking Keshi Ghat and we are learning about what? Imli Tala we're going to take in the next class. Okay. Yes, Vishwa, you want to say something? Yes, Mahi, when you have
I
raised
want
your
to
hand.
say the Keshi Ghat prayer. I want
Okay,
to say the
Vishwa, say.
Keshi Ghat prayer.
Okay, say.
Therefore, the prayer that one should offer to Keshi Ghat is to become blessed by Krishna, so as to be able to render more and more devotional service in the humble mood and being the servant of Krishna's servants, without becoming unnecessarily proud of one's devotional practices and achievements.
Hari Bol, thank you so much, Vishwa. Yes, Mahi, tell me.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Mahi.
So we went to a Krishna temple and and how that Krishna actually make his leg up. I know because Krishna is ashram because I saw and there was like I will say the story what happened of Krishna. How
Mahi, can we discuss the story in the next class, please? We just have 10 minutes remaining. I'm so sorry, beta. I'm sorry. Let me just complete this and then we'll talk, okay? I'll give a chance for everybody to talk. We'll just learn about one word today and we'll discuss the 4 instructions and then we'll all talk, okay? So what is what? What is a Sanskrit name for a banyan tree? There are several huge banyan trees in Vrindavan. It is said that trees in Vrindavan are not ordinary. They are all kalpriks, trees that is desire fulfilling trees. Some of the most important vats in Vrindavan are Advait Vat, Shringar Vat and Vamshi Vat. Today we learn about Advait Vat, Shringar Vat and Vamshi Vat. We'll do the next class. This is the place where Sri Advait Acharya resided when he came to Vrindavan. Advait Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, who appeared in the mortal world as one of the intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advait Vat is very close to the historic Madan Mohan temple, built by Sri Sanatan Goswami. Advait Acharya stayed under the banyan tree at this place for several days. Under this tree, he served the deity of Madan Gopal with his love and devotion. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also resided here for some time during his visit to Vrindavan. There is a monument erected at this place in the remembrance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Stay at the Advait Vat. So, in Vrindavan, all the trees have a difference. Basically, few of the trees have a story attached to them. So, this tree, which is known as the Advait Vat, has a story related to Advait Acharya. Advait Acharya began to travel all the holy places throughout India, and at last he came to Vrindavan. He traveled through all the 12 forests of Vrindavan, and then he came to at this place. He lived under this banyan tree at Advait Vat. It was at this place that he worshipped the beautiful deity of Madan Mohan Gopal under this banyan tree. He stayed here waiting for the indication of the Lord for him to go back to Nadeep Dham for calling out to Lord Chaitanya to appear in this world. Am I clear? Okay. Okay, now who will tell me the 4 instructions given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to all the 6 Goswamis? There is a set of 4 instructions. Who will tell me? Yes, Mihika, please unmute yourselves.
Can I say all 4? Okay. Uncover the hidden deities, like uncover the Krishna's pastimes. Then do write the scriptures. Introduce the worship of the Lord.
Haribol.
And I forgot the 4th.
Okay, so the 4 rules were to uncover Krishna's pastime places, install the deities, write Bhakti Shastras, and propagate the rules of Bhakti Yoga. So what are the importance of these 4 rules? We'll discuss one by one. What is the importance? Yes, Vishwa, I'll give you a turn. So what is the importance of uncovering Sri Krishna's pastime stories? Who can tell me? Yes, Vishwa, please unmute yourself. Yes, Vishwa, please unmute. Oh, why am I not able to unmute? Yes, Gopal, please tell me, what do you think is the importance of uncovering Sri Krishna's pastime?
Mataji, the doing prayers to Krishna.
So, the importance of uncovering Sri... Yes, Vishwa.
Doing prayers of Krishna and
Mataji, I cannot
Doing
hear.
bhakti of Krishna.
Yes. So the importance of Sri Krishna's uncovering the pastime places was, so Krishna did all the leela so that we all could understand the importance of every moment of life. So with every leela, there is a learning behind it. So if we uncover all the places, we can go there, we can visit those places, we can learn the importance and small things, okay? The second is installing the deities. Why is the installation of deities needed? Who can explain me this? Yes, Mika, please unmute yourselves.
So the installation of DTs is necessary because if we don't know like what Krishna looks like, then how would we realize him and how would we worship him? Because we don't have that much purity in our minds that we can just like start meditating and get Krishna's form in our mind. So we'll need to worship the
Harish Bol. Very good, Mahika. Thank you so much for explaining so well. So the deities needs to be installed because that's how we can see deities, right? That's how we can. So basically, see, if we have an example, air is everywhere, right? So we can say even God is everywhere, like air. But if your father's car or somebody's cars get punctured, can we just take a punctured tire and spread it in the air and say air come inside the tire? Is that possible? No, right? We have to go to a gas station and get the air filled, right? So that's the same way we need temples and the installation of deities so that we can go there, worship, and that is the place where purity is there, right? So our hearts are purified by going there. The third is write Bhakti Shastras. What was the needed of writing Bhakti Shastras? Who will tell me this? Yes, Ananya, what is the importance of writing Bhakti Shastra? Who wants to answer this? Okay. Anybody wants to answer this? What is the importance of writing Bhakti Shastra? Yes, Vishwa?
Writing prayers of Krishna and writing the pastimes of Krishna.
No, but what is the importance of doing that? Why do we need to write Bhakti Shastra? I mean, why do the Goswamis need to write Bhakti Shastra? What was the importance of it? Who wants to try? Mihika. Mihika, how old are you?
10 years old, Mataji.
Hari bol. Yes, Mika, can you please tell me the importance of writing Bhakti Shastra?
So Bhakti Shastra is basically needed like scriptures. It's basically like scriptures, but it's like a condensed form into basically like a summary. So that it's like it can become too complicated for us and we won't be able to understand, and it's because it would be too complicated. So to make it easy and to make it easy and let us like get to Krishna, an actual destination, they make it simpler and then it's easy for us to understand.
Hari bol, very well explained. Thank you so much. Yes, Vishwa, you want to say something about Bhakti Shastra? Yes, Mahi, I'll give you a turn.
Bhakti Shastra basically means to serve ourselves to Krishna.
Hari bol, yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, Mahi, you wanted to say something?
So I saw one video of Krishna, how Krishna killed the monsters.
Oh wow, Hari bol.
And so the reason is Krishna took Krishna and the monster took Krishna and the Krishna was biting and pulling his body, and then he was like pushing him, then he was almost falling, so then he got died.
Okay, Hari bol. Okay, so now I'll tell you the importance of writing Bhakti Shastra, although it was very well explained by Vishwa and Mihika, yes. So the importance is, when students are studying about in the medical field or in the engineering field, they have their books, right? That they have to study this.
How I'm getting me to give me a chance to give you how I am.
Because you've raised your hand. That's why I got to know that you want a chance to speak. Okay, let me finish fast. Now it's already 9:17. So basically, where was I? Yes, writing Bhakti Shastras. So, like in the medical field, there are books for the doctors so that they can learn about being a doctor. In the engineering field, there are again books. So when in the spiritual world, when we want to learn, we need Bhakti Shastra, we need these books because they have to be the base of our spiritual world, right? And the last one is propagate the rules of Bhakti Yoga. What does that mean? That means that the Bhakti Yoga has to be propagated. Yes, Mihika. It's so good to see you. Tell me.
So to propagate the bhakti rules means like to cross this heavy ocean and complicated ocean of the material world, you need something to cross it. You can't just like swim because you're gonna just sink. So if you don't want that to happen, you need a boat. So that boat would be the bhakti yoga, and the rules would be how to use the boat.
Hari bol, very good. Megha, can you take my class next time, please? You kids are so intelligent and well educated. I'm so proud of you. I'm so impressed by each and every one.
Aisha.
What? Okay, now question and answer time. Who wanted to ask me a question? Tell me. Raise your hands. Come on, else I'll ask questions. Yes, Mahi. Mataji, please let me know when I have to stop because we're done with today's course. We're just doing the We're just doing the question and answers so that we can just pass it on until the next teacher comes. Yes, Ane?
Mataji, so my question is that like how many names do Krishna have?
Okay, now for that thing, how Krishna has innumerable names, right? So in the last class, we studied that he has two types of names. One is primary and second is secondary. Primary names are the names which are based on his leelas. Like for example, he did Damodar Leela, so his name became Damodar. He's known as Yashoda Nandan also. There are a lot of names given by his leelas. And also there are the names which are given according to his post, like we call him Bhagwan, Ishwar. But you know what names does Krishna like the most? He loves the Leela names. Like
Okay.
Laddu Gopal, Madan Mohan, Madan Gopal, Govind Ji, Govind Dev Ji, Radha Damodar. Yes, Vishwa. Am I clear? Is your answers fine? Is your question answered? Yes, thank you, Ane. Yes, Vishwa.
Mataji, so the guru of Jeev Goswami was Rup Goswami or Sanatan Goswami?
Sri Rup Goswami.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Jyotsna.
You said that the father of Rupa Goswami was Anupa, so what's the mother's name?
I'll let you know that in the next class. I'm so sorry, I don't know that. So I'll just find out and let you know. Thank you so much for this question. Even I did not know that. And because of you, I'll be able to get the answer. Thank you so much. Next, we have, yes, Mihika.
Mataji, I have one comment and one question. So like you said that Sri Rupa Goswami taught Jeev Goswami Srimad Bhagavatam and he also gave mantra initiation. So what is mantra initiation?
Mantra initiation means, can I tell you that in next class? I'm not very sure of my answer, so I don't want to just say it. I want to be sure of my answer and then I'll give you the answer for both the questions of Mihika as well as
Jyotsna.
Jyotsna. Yes, surely in the next class. Who else has raised their hands?
And I just wanted to say,
Yes.
can you play this game about like listing all the alphabets and seeing at least one Krishna's name out of all of them?
Surely do that in the in the last class. We'll play games, and I'll write all the alphabets. I'll say each alphabet, and everybody has to tell one name from the alphabet starting. Okay? Thank you, Mihika, for your wonderful suggestion. Yes, Mahi.
So are we doing the alphabet right today or
No,
tomorrow?
we'll do that in the last class. Today we are already short of time. So because it's already 9:23 and I don't know if the teacher is there, the next teacher.
I know the Hare Krishna mantra because we always chanting about that on Friday.
Okay. Okay, any other question? I think Sanvita Mataji is the teacher, right, for the next class?
Yes.
Okay. So Hare Krishna, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed the class. Have a great day and an amazing week. And keep chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay? Can we all chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Everybody, please unmute yourself. We'll just chant once quickly. Sanvita Mataji, I'm so sorry for taking your time. Just one last minute and we all can chant and end the class. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a great day and don't forget to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sanvita. Please take over, Sanvita. Thank you.
So, hi everyone. One person already asked. Yeah, we're gonna do alphabetical numbers. So, last class we drew a cat and we drew a fish. This class we're gonna be drawing with an A. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna draw. Oh, sorry. Wrong letter. You're gonna draw a G. Sorry. So just write a simple G on your paper. Try to make it a bit big so that you have room for what you're actually gonna do. So
Mataji, are we drawing an A or a G?
we're gonna draw a G. Sorry about that. I got confused for a second. So we're gonna draw a G. And this is how you normally draw a G. I just want to give everybody a minute to draw this normal G. Now what you're gonna do is like right above it, right above the G, the regular G, you're gonna draw this. Sorry. Let me get a different color. So right above this G, you're gonna draw this G. This is another way to write a G. So you're just gonna erase this one, or you can keep it if you want. Just write a big G just like that. So after writing both of these, what you're gonna do is, oh, sorry. Let me just. So after writing the G, what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw this little line coming down from here like this, and then you're gonna go in, and then you're gonna connect this and draw a big little that. So just draw this.
Mataji, can you repeat that?
You can keep it, you can erase it. If you want, you can keep it to show that it's like G. So keep it. As you can see, I kept it. So just draw above it, next to it, anywhere that you want in the paper.
Mataji, is it like this?
Now that we're done with this, you're gonna erase this little line on top, and you're gonna erase the line on the side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna connect. So you're just gonna draw a big bam. And then once you connect, you're just gonna draw a simple line going through right there. So just like draw that.
What are we drawing?
We're drawing an animal. You'll see what it is.
A goat? Excuse me. Are they drawing a goat?
You guys will see. I want you guys to stay muted.
Excuse me. Are we drawing a flamingo?
Is it a gorilla?
Everybody stop asking me what it is. You're gonna find it out on your own when we're done with this drawing. Now, for you guys to see bigger, I drew a bigger one right over here. So just draw this. Once you're done with this, you're gonna
Excuse me, I have one question. How do you draw that one?
You guys have to go back for it. I'm gonna show you later. A lot of people already finished with it, so I'm gonna show you a bit later.
Mataji, we cannot see your whole board.
Sorry, I fixed it right now. So I'm gonna draw the feet again and go down and in, down and in, and then you're gonna draw one more, down and in, and then down. So draw this, the feet.
Mataji, like this? It looks like a dinosaur to me.
I think a lot of people finished. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna simply draw a little tail. So I'm gonna just erase a little bit right there. And what I'm gonna do is it's gonna go like this. So just draw that, and once you're done with that, you're gonna draw two little lines. And then you're gonna draw something like this. I'm gonna fix this line, but you don't have to. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so I see a lot of people are done with it. Some are raising your hands. Just hold your questions. I'll ask when we're done with the drawing. Okay. So now that we're done with this, you can probably try and guess what animal it is now.
It's a
'cause-
giraffe.
Yep, it is. So now I'm gonna draw the nose, mouth, and then the eyes. Probably really bad at drawing that, but then I'm gonna draw the inside ones. So just gonna draw lines like this. Oh. And like this. Okay, the drawing's over. Oh, wait, we're not done. I'm gonna add the feet. So just add the little feet, and then you're done. Okay, now I'm gonna ask if you have any questions first. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. If you have any questions, raise your hand and unmute yourself.
I want to say it is a giraffe.
Yep, it is. If you have any questions, just unmute. If you don't, lower your hand. Okay, I'm lowering hands. Let's move on to the next drawing. I'm gonna go up. Okay, so the next drawing is gonna be, it's gonna be within E. So I'm gonna use, okay, let's draw the E. So first we're gonna just start off regular old E. So just draw a regular old E. Okay, I think some people are done with drawing their E. Now, once you're done drawing your E, I want you guys to just simply draw this. So I want you to extend your line just a little bit. And you're gonna go down. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna go down, and you're just gonna go like this. And for this part, you're gonna go up, up, regular line. Then you're gonna go up. Go up. And then. So just finish drawing that, everybody.
Can you repeat?
So it doesn't have to be in order. Just take a regular E, normal E, and turn it into this. It's not any animal yet, but it will be. So for the bottom part, you're just gonna connect like this. Oh, shoot. We're just gonna connect. For the top part, you're gonna go like this. You're gonna go up and connect. So just turn a regular E.
It's an elephant.
It is. I think the chat is open directly to me. So just click on my name and you can try to guess what exactly we're doing. It's an elephant. Yes, 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 it is. Okay, I think people are done with this step. So once we're done with this step, you're just gonna erase this line, the middle line, and what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take this middle, you're gonna go in, and then you're gonna take this off, and you're gonna go out, and then you're gonna take this edge, you're gonna take this edge, go out, in, and oh, and then out again. And if you want, you can make this just a little bit more like that. And you're just gonna erase that line. Then you're gonna erase this line. Then you're gonna erase this line. And it should look like this. Is it a baby elephant? You'll see. E starts with elephant. Yes. And then I want you guys to draw a circle and then a mouth. Oh, shoot. And then a mouth. So just a little mouth. And then you're gonna draw a little. And now what you're gonna do is, so you're gonna go here and you're gonna go down. And you're gonna go in. And then once you're done with that, you're just gonna erase this line. Oh. Are we gonna draw his teeth? You can, I'm not going to. Let me fix it now. Sorry. I kind of just messed up on the mouth because I accidentally erased it. But And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw this little, whoops. So you're gonna draw a circle, circle, circle. And then you're just gonna draw little lines like that. And then you're gonna draw his tail. So his tail is just gonna go like that. And ta-da! We're almost done. Just, we gotta add this little touch in the end. We're done. You can add any additional stuff that you want. If you want. You don't have to, we can. And then on top, you're just gonna write E equals
Mataji,
Yeah.
are both of these good?
Yeah, they look good.
I added some fruits because it looks like he wants something.
Okay. I see some other people's. It looks good. So I think 12, it's 12:15. So I think I'm gonna end class, but you guys can finish this up because I'm gonna leave it up.